She was like, don't touch it, don't modify it, just leave it alone. And I was like, yeah, for sure. And then I got sick of seeing it in the driveway. Welcome to episode 2 of the Rad4 build. As you guys can see, I have a lot of Ironman goodies in front of me here. We've got the front coilovers, rear struts, rear springs. We're gonna be giving my wife's Rad4 a 2-inch suspension lift. I'm not a huge fan of spacer lifts, so that was completely out of the question. If you saw the Sherpa video before, you know that she did not want me to touch this thing, but I can't have stock things in my driveway. So we're at True Automotive here in Denver, Colorado. They're the ones that have built basically my entire truck, and they're gonna be building basically this entire Rad4. So far, the wife loves the roof wrap. She said she likes the way it looks. It doesn't look just like a regular car anymore, and now we're gonna give it a little more aesthetics for the 2-inch lift. Next episode is probably gonna be wheels and tires or Alpharex headlights, but let's work with Joel and get this 2-inch lift installed. All right, so after wheels and tires are off, we're gonna disconnect brake lines, ABS line, and then the sway bar connect here so we can start pulling out struts. All right, passenger side is out, or as Ironman likes to call it, the near side. So the near side is out. All right, so on your 2 coilovers, you'll notice this little kind of angle and slant. You want to match this with the new one with whatever side you pulled off. So for this one, this is going to be the driver's side, and then the other one's obviously going to be the passenger side. So we're going to throw this one in real quick. And then make sure all of your brake lines and ABS lines are out of the way. And then of course you want that bracket to be facing the correct way as well for those lines to get bolted back in. We're just gonna put one nut on top, hold it in place, and then he can start working this stuff down here. All right guys, Joel has this Ironman strut in here. He's got the sway bar link connected. We're gonna obviously tighten everything down. The nice thing about True Automotive with these guys is they paint pen everything with a clay pen. So what that means is any bolts they take out or have to remove and put back in type of thing, they hit everything with like a clay paint pen. And what that'll tell you is if that clay breaks, that nut or bolt is getting loose, so you want to check it. So Joel's gonna run through, torque everything down, tighten everything down, and then hit it all with a paint pen, and then we'll start the rear.
All right guys, Joel Master Tech over here at True Automotive, and I'm gonna show you how we got our shock out and our spring out. So first things first, we're gonna go ahead and loosen this little lateral arm connecting to the hub. So that's disconnected. We're gonna change our spring out anyways. So we're gonna disconnect it from right here. So once that's out the way, getting the shock out is a little tricky. There's a long stud, but once those 2 are removed, you can go ahead and pull the hub out slightly, and that should give you enough clearance to remove that shock.
And there you guys go. So once you remove those 2 bolts, you're able to get the lower of that shock off of that stud. And then obviously you have to replace the springs anyway to get the lift. I went with the comfort springs because we're not really putting a lot of stuff on here. And then after that's all out, it looks like Joel is removing that top hat, and then those will go on the new ones, and new stuff will just go in, reverse the process, and repeat the process on both sides. All right, so you guys have the OEM strut here. You're gonna take this piece off that Joel did, so the top hat and this little shock guard, and transfer it over to the new shock, like that, and then tighten it all down, and then we'll throw it in there. All right, this side is pretty much buttoned up. Just got to put these 2 bolts in up top, and then should be done. Then we'll go to the other side. This side is all done. Again, we're waiting to torque these down until after alignment, but it's looking good. The build my wife never wanted is fully underway. All the suspension stuff is on. Joel is just running through torquing down the lug nuts. He already torqued everything else to spec. We're gonna scrub it because it's not gonna sit this high the entire time. It'll go down just a little bit. And then we're gonna head over to the alignment rack over there, get it dialed. It'll be ready to go. Looking pretty good though. Wheels and tires are gonna look really, really good. All right, Joel has the Rad4 on the alignment rack here, getting it dialed in, making sure it drives straight, steering wheel is straight. And then next episode of the Rad4 build is gonna be wheels and tires, or maybe headlights. We shall see. We're waiting on wheels to ship. They're hopefully gonna ship here in the next week or so, and then I'll get tires from my buddy Landlocked Yotas at Discount Tire. But if you guys need any work done to your Rad4 4Runner, Toyota 80 Series Land Cruiser, Tacoma, check out True Automotive. They're in Denver, Colorado. Hope you like the video. Hope you like this little Rav4 series that my wife didn't want me to touch, but here we are. So if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, peace.